Right, you join me. I'm on the Sitch. It's a syndicate of the RH fisheries. Yeah, this is actually the third episode of the diary. 1 and 2, I'll talk you through that a bit later. They went to success, so I'm hoping I can carry on from where I left off. I've set up in peg 15. To be fair, there was a bit of fizzing out long between 120 yards this morning when I got here, but there's also a lot of fizzing towards the left hand channel in between the margin and the island, and about 5-6 rod lengths in front. There's a few carp swimming just below the surface, but it's only 3 foot deep, so fishing on the deck you ain't too far away from anything anyway if they swim over you. I've had a few fizzing patches come up over my left hand rod, which I've got in that little gully. I've just put singles out for the minute. There a handful of boilies over them. It nicked me one on the first ever session, so I'm not too arsed about the size for the first fish. Just lift that weight off your shoulders, just get off the mark. But yeah, it looks decent, to be fair. It's going to be a hot one today, so just have to grin and bear it. Tomorrow the weather's definitely looking better, overcast, lower temperatures, but at the minute it looks good. I'm just glad to be out. Little break from work, and hopefully we can land a chunk for you. So yeah, I'll keep you updated every few hours. I'm doing a 48-hour session, so every few hours I'll try and keep you updated of what's going on and what have you. So yeah, peace. The bait I'm using, simply red and tuna, crushing them up into chops. One of the best baits I've arguably ever used. Just a little quick update. Just had some activity on the left hand rod in the channel between the island and the margin. I know I have just been done. The bobbin went up dead fast, and the line went tighter than it actually was, so that indicates the lead's been moved, hence the reason the line's tightened. And yeah, they've got away with it. But just a little recast, just make sure the rig's laying back nice how it should be, and hopefully whatever got away with it comes back, or he's got friends with him. Fish are absolutely tearing it up out there. The big ones just showed right down this margin to my right. Just going on a little update. The rod I had in the channel between the margin and the island just pulled round tight. Give me a good little battle, to be fair. Took me in the bog bean, so I had to wade out and wade down just to make sure the fish was landed safely and stuff like that. But looks a decent fish, mid 20, maybe upper 20, so buzzing to get off the mark. Nice mid 20 from down the margin spot, down the channel between the island and the margin. Beautiful. There's the first one of the session. 24.5. Absolutely buzzing to get off the mark. Put up a good scrap as well. Come on, you carp. Just going to run you through how the first and second session went on the Sitch. First time I come down was the first time I ever seen the place, fished the place, and from what everybody was telling me, the lake's stunning, the lake is unreal, it's unlike anything I've seen. So yeah, it was nice to it's just nice to be here and fishing in such an environment, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, the first session on, I checked the weather. I think we had a northwesterly coming in, which was blowing up towards the Hansel and Gretel house up the top side, and obviously just going off instinct, I thought the fish, because the lake was quite busy, the fish will sit central hopefully and follow the wind a bit, and I was right, that was the case. I think I was fishing 28 rod lengths out. I used a good bit of bait that session. I think I used 7 or 8 kilo boiling, that's what I put out. But yeah, I started with about 20 spoms, 2 rods on a spot. No, tell a lie, sorry. I nicked a quick fish, probably about 12 pound from down the margin. I seen a few fish show in front of 11. I was in 12. And yeah, after that the fish seemed to push out from the edge and into central area of the lake. And yeah, I got 20 spoms out on my spot. The first day went, to be fair, it did go quite slow. I done and nothing else after that, the small one I had. And the second day I think he kicked off on the morning with a bite, and then I had another in mid-afternoon, I think. Yeah, the first one was 11, I think it was 10 or 11 pound anyway. The second one was a 24 pound common, and then the third fish, I think it was a 27 mirror, I might be wrong, it was around about that anyway. But the third fish then, what I had was 32 pound. Yeah, and then I had a 4 fish, actually came early on the last morning, around about 6:30 AM. But yeah, that was a 36 pound mirror. It was actually spawned out. It usually does 42 to 44, so it's quite a bit unlucky to catch it at an upper 30. I'd definitely much rather have had it at a 40. But yeah, and the second session, I was over the woodside. I was in peg 3, and to be fair, that went off to a flyer as well. I think I finished the session with 3 fish, 3 30s as well, so that was alright. The first one was an absolute banging mirror, loads of pin dot scales down by its tail, a little split in its tail. Yeah, that one went 32 pound. The second fish was the same fish as the 36 I had 3 weeks before on my first session. I had that fish again on the same upbait, same rig, same approach. So yeah, you couldn't write that. But I had that one at a new PB at 37 pound. But hopefully I know what upbait he likes that now, and catch him again at 40 pound one of the times. It'd be nice. But yeah, and then the morning before I was going home, I had done another bite, and that was 32.8. And just like most of the fishing here, it was an absolute banging fish. Nice and dark, just how we like them. But yeah, second session as well, I think I caught 6 pike. I had quite a decent one as well, about 18 pound. And one of my mates come round, he was like, "You gonna have photos?" I was like, "No, I'm here to catch carp, not have photos with pike. Don't even like them." But yeah, some people do, but it's just not my cup of tea. I'm here for carp and carp only. But yeah, so I'm a few hours into my third session on the Sitch, and I'm 9 fishing. So yeah, 9 fishing, and I've had 5 30s. So can't moan at that. Not many people would, to be fair, but my main target is on the Sitch this season is just to catch as many as I can. And hopefully break that 40 pound mark what I've been trying to break I just seem to catch 30s at the minute. But yeah, hopefully it's not long before that 30 comes, the 40 comes. But I will definitely take 30 still as well. Just getting my bait out for the night. Found a nice little spot out there, it's 104 yards. Yeah, I've put 20 spoms over it, 2 rods tight on a spot. And let's just see what the night brings. I'm also baiting up down the margin as well where I had that fish from earlier, so see if we can nick one off there tomorrow. What's going on, people? Little bit of a busy one last night. Had 4 runs, landed 3. Yeah, bit of a broken sleep, which ain't the best, but we're out, we're fishing, we're here to catch, and that's what we're doing, so can't really complain. I think the first fish came about 130, something like that. 13, 14 pound maybe. I just slipped that back. About half 2, quarter to 3. I had a cracking 31 pound common, absolute beast of a fish. Yeah, the third one came around about half 3 ish, and that was probably about the same. I slipped that back at 13, 14 pound. Yeah, and the one I lost came about half 4, quarter to 5, so broken sleep's no good, but we're catching, like I said. Hopefully with 36 hours left we can definitely nick another one or a couple, be nice. So yeah, I'm gonna keep you updated about today, guys. Hopefully I can bring something live on the camera for you. This is the first one of the bites from last night. Just a little and more slick back, around about 13, 14 pound. This is the third one of the bites from last night. Again, around about 13, 14 pound. And there he is, guys. 31 pound of pure muscle of a common. Just going to take you through my rigger choice on this session. Well, on most sessions. I don't go nowhere without this rig. It done me like 50 bites last year and I lost 1 fish on this rig, so you can see the reason I'm using it. I think it's just a devastating rig. Here at the Sitch, it's barbless water, so barbless hooks only. I've got myself curved shank barbless in size 4. Unreal sharp. Got a decent point as well. Yeah, that's the rig I'm using. Using it on an helicopter setup, just because of the silt. There's some patches where it's deeper than others, but the spot I have out there at the minute, to be fair, it is quite smooth silt, but if you clip too hard it can plug. So yeah, I'll tell you something though, I don't think Danny Fairbrass can tie him as good as that. That's perfect. Danny Fairbrass has got some competition on his hand. It's going on. Unfortunately, there was nothing else to show for the rest of the session. Yeah, it was a quiet day yesterday and a quiet night last night. But yeah, we're on nearly 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to go home, have some dinner with the family. And I'll see you again for episode 4. Peace out.